Oh, by the way, this is why I came this way. I thought I'd share the zone with y'all. As I mentioned, I drove through here the other day on my way to the Justice Courts, and I was looking to see if I could get a court order to get Priscilla out of my place, and was just dumbfounded at just how much this place is exploding with tents. But I mean, straight up, if she can't afford to rent a place, this is where she should be living. I don't wish that upon anybody, but just saying. Find a roommate situation with a person who wants a roommate situation. So if I turn right here on Jackson, that'll take me towards the Justice Courts, but I'm going to go left, just to kind of go into the epicenter of it. I always find it interesting how people, the homeless, will use baby strollers as push carts for their stuff, like that woman we just drove past. The accumulation of garbage in front of these tents is just always seemed overwhelming to me. So much garbage. I don't know, when I was homeless, okay, that line there on the right, I'm pretty sure that's people lining up to eat dinner at the Andre House, which when I was homeless was something I did almost every day for probably about a year and a half. This area was nowhere near that bad then. And there were definitely no tents here. Phoenix didn't allow tents down here. They finally just kind of lost that war, and now they're allowing it. And in this area, now they stop it in some other areas, but obviously they're condoning it here. I find the chains are different. How they're got the little chains denoting where you can have your tent and where you can't. There's Madison. I sometimes talk about where I buy a lot of electronics. I used to call it Ghettotronics. It's that building directly in front of me that's on the right. That used to be the West Tech Recycling building where their store was, also known as Ghettotronics. So I used to always park on this street when I'd be looking for electronics there. Surprisingly, there's not as many tents on this street. So this is Madison. And of course, these people don't use the sidewalk. They just push their stolen shopping carts and their little push carts right down the middle of the street. Now if I go to the left, now that's the homeless clinic there on the left, Human Services or whatever it is. Human Services campus. There's like a whole campus of services for the homeless that includes Cash Shelter and this thing called Circle the City and whatever, and that's all there on the left. But as you see, a lot of people just assume live in these tents on the outside because there's rules inside there. There's no drug use. Well, I'm sure there is drug use, but I mean, there's not supposed to be any drug use inside there. Interesting enough, the chains are still going on here, but once I hit the historic cemetery, the tents stop. Wow, and there's no sidewalk. There's no sidewalk here either. Anyway, it's always over by 15th Avenue. The zone doesn't make it here because once we leave here, it's all state and county, mostly state government offices in this area. Anyway, no, I mean, the whole reason I didn't throw Priscilla out immediately is she was my girlfriend, and I really did love her. And there's a part of me that still does love her, but so I didn't want her to be homeless. But I told her, it'd be different if you and I went and looked for a place together and bought a house together and made an R space and laid down some rules as to how our space is to be managed and what within our space constitutes my space and your space and what the expectations are of the community space. Because of the kitchen, no. The way you keep a kitchen, I can't have an R space that has a kitchen like what you've done to my kitchen. Can't do it. No. Won't have that in my home. Disgusted you've got it in my home right now. You want to do that to your kitchen, that's fine, it's your kitchen. State Capitol on the left there on 17th Avenue. Kind of curious what radio station I'm listening to. All my presets were just playing crap, so I just started hitting scan and landed on a random oldies station and really enjoyed what they've been playing. this button shows. We got 92.7. So I like the Hollies. This is a cool old song. I've been listening to my 8-track deck, my new 8-track deck that Jeff's professional audio repair rebuilt for me, and thoroughly enjoying it today. Listening to the Carpenters and David Bowie and Joan Armatrading. But I think when I get home, I'll put on some Hollies. Pretty sure I have the album that has this on it on 8-track. Yeah, State Capitol on the left. There's a time I used to know what most of these buildings are, but I forgot. But